Hey everyone, big news from the latest GTA 6 leaks. Today we are diving into casual and immersive modes, paths, main antagonists, and more. First up, GTA 6 might feature two modes, casual and immersive. In casual mode, you can carry all your weapons hidden just like in GTA 5. But in immersive mode, you'll only be able to carry a couple of handguns on your person, and longer guns will need to be carried on your back. Imagine walking into a store with an AR-15 and everyone freaking out, compared to slipping in with just a Glock hidden away. Plus, you'll need to store your collected guns at a safe house or in your car trunk. Next, how cool would it be to adopt and train paths in GTA 6? Not just accessory paths, but fully interactive companions that can accompany you throughout the game. Law enforcement might use attack dogs, and you could have similar companions. And if your path gets injured, they'll be automatically taken to the nearest vet, where you can pay fines to retrieve them, maybe even a pet alligator. Now let's talk about antagonists. Previous Rockstar games usually kept main villains like Steve Hines and Agent Milton confined to missions, but what if in GTA 6 these antagonists roamed freely around the world? You could encounter them in free roam, and if you attack them, they would just respawn. This would make the world feel more alive and dynamic. That's all for today's GTA 6 leaks. Let us know what you think about these potential features. Subscribe if you want me to give away multiple GTA 6 copies on the release date. Thank you, and let's go! So this is a really old leak. I mean, not just a leak, like before the trailer, someone dropped the trailer and they had to upload it way earlier. So how did it happen? Finally was revealed. The GTA 6 trailer was leaked by a person with the nickname Shankir. He purchased access to the YouTube admin panel, which allowed him to view the unlisted video in advance. And here was a chat with someone that he wrote, "Hey, I might need your help, some ideas. Actually, I have the GTA 6 trailer, but I want to lick it and put buy Bitcoin on it as a watermark, but I don't know where I could post it anywhere, everywhere." So here we could see how the screenshot looked of the YouTube admin panel, where you could basically see there is a trailer there. You probably could already download it or watch it, so what he actually did, and he licked it after. Also, like in some information like this, by the way, little sneak peek, they're gonna edge us for a little longer. And here we could see the actual trailer leak that happened way before that, as he was after banned. But it was confirmed information now that this guy just did it through the YouTube and not other way around. Suburban exploration. Had a cool thought the other day. Imagine if in GTA 6 the drains were accessible, like if you walked down the street and could lift the metal lid off and there's a ladder down under the city with different pipes and chambers, or something to walk down and explore. I think it would be so cool, would feel like a suburban cave system, and can sometimes flood based on the weather, and I know probably won't happen, but just a cool thought to share. Casual and immersive modes. I've been playing a little bit on the Red Dead Redemption 2 recently, and it's got me excited for the sheer level of detail and realistic immersion that GTA 6 could have. But it got me to thinking about how that could contrast from the wacky sandbox kinda world GTA is known for. Like how you can carry 3 ARs, 2 shotguns, 4 pistols, 1,000 grenades, and a damn RPG all in your back pocket. Now, granted, Arthur Morgan being able to carry almost as many guns as that on his horse isn't realistic. It certainly provides a better illusion of carrying capacity. How every gun he carries on his person has to be visible. That got me thinking about two separate modes you could pick when starting a new save file. Maybe the default GTA 6 campaign will be similar to this, but who knows. Anyway, the idea is this: a casual, easier mode where your character can carry all their weapons hidden in their clothes and generally do all the things you could do in GTA 5. The immersive mode would be a setting targeted for players who want that same level of depth and realism as we experienced in Red Dead Redemption 2. Your character can only carry 1 to 2 handguns concealed on their person, while any longer guns will have to be carried on their back. Say you wanted to rob a liquor store, you walk in and the guy at the counter tells you to get the hell out of before he calls the cops cause you've got an AR-15 on your back. And that makes him harder to rob somehow. Maybe it accelerated the police response time or whatever. But you go in with only a Glock in your jacket. He's not gonna be suspicious at all, and that allows you to get the drop on him. Another idea is that any guns you've collected during the story can be stored either at the safe house or in the trunk of your car if you need to take them with you. There are more obvious things like needing to buy gas for your car, making sure your character is eating enough, being a bit less bullet spongy, taking your car to get a wash, cleaning your guns, etc. Generally things you had to do in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's more of just a hope than anything for me. I would like to see GTA be a more grounded experience like Red Dead Redemption 2, but that's certainly not for everyone. And maybe 2 separate settings could satisfy both types of players, just something I thought I would put out there. Biggest thing I would like to see is having the player vehicle act similarly to your own horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, meaning swapping guns you have equipped is either pulling from the glove box or opening the trunk of the car. Pulling an RPG from my pants in the middle of a gunfight is goofy and can be argued that it has its place in GTA game, but I want to see it go more the Red Dead Redemption route, for sure. In my opinion, this is a good idea. My first thought was, oh, but they need to make the whole game different for the 2 different game modes. But honestly, GTA 5 for example was so easy that they should create a game mainly for the immersive mode that if someone wants they can change for standard one. I'm personally a fan of immersive realistic mechanics ideas. Of course, it doesn't mean I want real life simulator, but I want the game to be actually challenging, as that's what most should agree on. The gun thing is basically confirmed. In the leaks you saw that if you're holding a gun in your hand and you want to pick one up from the ground, you throw the one you and holding on the ground and pick up the new one. That means if you hold an AR, if your hand you have to take it out of your hand first to pick up a pistol, and you'll see the AR on your character's back. I do think that they will take some of the stuff from Red Dead Redemption 2 into GTA, but I also hope that they don't create a real life simulator. It's still an arcade game after all, and I'm not trying to eat, sleep, shit, shower, and whatever else people are talking about here. Sure, a little bit more realism compared to GTA 5 would be nice, but I think there's a point where it's just too much. But immersive type of gameplay is much better. In normal game mode, you have a mission, you go to your car, drive to point A, you take any gun out of your pocket you want, you go and take out your target, as that really interesting gameplay. In other scenario, you must plan the mission properly, appropriate selections of weapons, maybe even clothing because certain outfit would have different consequences. Like you wear a specific gang outfit, the game doesn't tell you, and it makes some interaction on the mission terrain. Black clothing would be better at night. Lack of knowing martial arts or lack of gym would cost harder clothes. Fist fights along with stamina, and some may be scared it, as Jason would have proper physique. Realistic economics would make player have better choices of some viable things that can help on missions. No money? Okay, then let's do something and earn some so we can buy things we really need for the mission. Plus multiple different economics, character environment, NPCs and missions, terrain things, then you can change. Use for you, help or against you, so on and on, so and on. This is the gameplay and not a drive bank tax target, like come on. I know that needs of eating, sleeping is too much and I get it. I also don't want it the way because it's not survival game, but it should be in the game as some kind of bonuses for the character. As I like, you don't need to go for the food, but if you do, then you get some small statistics bonuses. Type of food, different statistics, but also negative aspects if you overeat. And that's the reality we need. Pets, attack dogs? Could we potentially see a feature in GTA 6 where players can adopt and train pets? I'm not referring to accessory pets like dogs in purses or confined to apartment, but rather a fully interactive companion that can accompany the player throughout the game. I envision a scenario where law enforcement could utilize attack dogs, and it would be fantastic if players both offline and online could have similar companions. In addition, it would be great if there was a system in place for injured pets to be automatically taken to the nearest veterinary clinic, similar to how players respawn in hospitals. Players could then pay fines to retrieve their pets. Team Pet Alligator, what do you think on this one? The grass in GTA 6 looks amazing. It's crazy to think that it could look even better by launch. You can look at a Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer and tell there were a lot of improvements by the time the game launched, and it should be the same way this time. Should the main antagonists of GTA 6 be found around free roam before their deaths, etc.? So most previous Rockstar games, antagonists like Steve Hines, Gary Smith, Agent Milton, etc. will not appear in free roam other than specific missions of the finale, etc. Example, in Red Dead Redemption 2 we see Agent Milton in missions hunting the gang, etc. But he is nowhere to be found in free roam, same in Bully with Gary Smith. Micah Bell was in free roam sort of only in camp, but he was invincible before the finale, etc. This is just a discussion and I just wanna hear your thoughts. But should GTA 6 just have the main antagonists or whoever roaming around free roam, we see them, but if we attack them, they just respawn, and I get Rockstar uses them for massive missions. Not even the antagonists though, most of the side characters are not anywhere to be found that much other than Red Dead Redemption 2, but you can't hang out with them. That's all the information we got for today's video, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.